It's so frustrating when your leadership team is like,
register for Guild Showdown!
And you haven't got a clue what to do. Well, this is the video for you guys. Let's go. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Worthy Prince coming at ya with another Lords Mobile video. And in this video, I'm going to be talking to you about Guild Showdown. Exactly what is the event and how do you win? Now, I know some of you older players, more experienced, might be saying, ha, I don't need to watch this. I don't know how to do Guild Showdown, but I've actually got a couple of good tips which might, actually help you. So stay tuned. Anyway, what do you need to do before you hit that register button? That's the most important thing, because I get bombarded with questions asking, what heroes do I use? What troops do I put in? What setup should I go for? Okay. First of all, let's start with the basics. So you need to make sure your account is as boosted as possible. So you need to make sure you're in your war gear. Okay. As you can see, I've got all of my war gear on. Now, you might not be able to build some of this stuff because you might have just started the game, or you're free to play and you can't get something like a purple Terravar or a purple Dark Aegis. But all I'll say to you is this, guys. Some war gear is better than no war gear. So whether it's gold champ gear or whether it's just some basic grey or green free to play war gear, anything is better than nothing, okay? So, first of all, equip your war gear, put all your attack jewels into your war gear. That's another big thing. Okay, next is your hero stats. Make sure you are not in construction or research or troop training. You don't want to be in any of that. You want to make sure that you have got your squad offense 1 maxed. 5 points for 5% army attack. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Definitely do that one. And then go all the way to the bottom and max out your squad health 2. Now, this is where things change a bit, because I didn't do it how I would normally do it, because I'm on my Troupe account and I don't have a lot of T3. So I decided to go for a mixed march. Now, that's not what I would recommend, and I'll come back to that shortly. But for this account, I've done a mixed march. And if you haven't got a lot of T3 and you need to do a mixed march, then this is exactly the way to go about it. So, range defense 3, maxed. Cavalry offense 3, maxed. Infantry offense 3, maxed. And then if you've got any spare points left over, you can pop them into some of the other offense 2s. I just popped them into cavalry because at the moment we don't actually have the bright fort, which is the cavalry fort. We've got the infantry and the range one. So as you can see, my stats are slightly lacking on cavalry. So I decided to just pop a little bit of extra boost into my cavalry, but it's still a little bit lower than the other two. Okay, so you've done your hero skills, you've done your gear. What's next? Okay, so the next thing you want to do is you want to apply a 20% army attack. Okay, so hit this button and replace my anti-scout with this. There we go. So I've got my 20% army attack applied. Now, I didn't really need to do that. I kind of just wasted it for you guys, but there you go. All the sacrifices I make for you guys. So there we go. So you put that on. In fact, I'm actually just going to take it off because I've already registered this account. So I'm just going to put my anti-scout back on. Why I done that was crazy, but there you go. Anyways, anti-scout's back on, but you need to put your 20% on. I wouldn't recommend putting a 50% or a 70% for that matter, because why use that on Guild Showdown? I mean, the prizes are okay, I guess. They're not fantastic. You don't really want to waste that on the Guild Showdown. You want to save a 50% or a 70% so you can take it to your enemy. Okay, the next thing, guys, is if you have got a prison and it's level 25, which may not be all of you, especially the newer players, but if you're an older player and you've got your prison to level 25, or you're a new player and just spent thousands of dollars, either or, you can get yourself a prisoner, level 60 ideally, to give you a 30% attack boost. It really helps out, so definitely do that. And also, if you've got the altar, which I haven't even built yet, which goes right there, it's that thing there. If you've got that, then you can kill a hero and you can get your altar boost. Your altar boost might already be running, or you might get one of those license to kill items from the gem store and, kill one and get an altar boost. That will really help you as well. Then one other thing you can do, guys, which is actually not many people know about it. The older players, again, may know about this, but the newer players definitely won't know about this. If you go to here and click on Battlefury, you might notice above where it says castle level, it says army attack plus 5%. That basically means when you go into Fury, you get a 5% army attack boost. So you want to activate that before you register for Guild Showdown. Just scout, I don't know, a tile or a dead castle just to get your Battlefury activated, and then you can get an extra boost as well. So that's really, really good. Not many people know about that one, but that's really helpful. Okay, so you've done your war gear, you've done your hero, you've done your Fury, you've maybe got a prisoner in there, you've activated a 20% boost. Okay, the next thing is heroes, guys. What heroes do you choose to put into your march? Now, the heroes you don't send are siege heroes. You don't want to be sending Prima Donna. She's pretty, she flies, she's got pretty little wings, but you don't want to send her because she's siege. The reason you don't want to send her or any siege troops is because there's no wall, guys. It's like attacking a tile. There's just troops versus troops. There's no wall in the middle, so there's no traps to destroy. So you don't need to send siege because siege is weak against everything other than traps. So leave your siege at home. Let it rest. You know, polish up the wheels for when you're attacking someone. Don't send it on this. And that goes for other heroes like Incinerator. You don't want to send her, and you don't want to send Elementalist. And if you don't know who Incinerator is, she's the broad in the top right hand corner with the red hair. Looks like a bit like a dominatrix, you know, that's the and you don't want to be sending her, okay? No. Okay, let's get to troop compositions. Now, I'm not going to go through it too much on this baby account because I ain't got that many T3 troops, but I'll show you what I done when I registered for Guild Showdown. This is what I sent. I sent my Bunny, I sent my Oathkeeper, my Demon Slayer, my Frozen, Elsa, not Witch Star, what's her name? Snow Queen, let it go, you know what I mean? So I sent her and Bomb and Goblin because I got Bomb and Goblin at rank 7, so it gives me the army attack. We've got the army infantry attack from Oathkeeper, we've got the cavalry attack and HP from the Child of Light, infantry attack from the Demon Slayer, and range HP from the Snow Queen because I haven't got her to rank 7 yet. So I've done the best with what I could, and as you can see I sent a pretty mixed march, but a nice infantry front line. That's what I went for at the front with my T2. Oh yes, them T2 are the bosses. They're going to do so good. They're going to do so good. Anyway guys, what I want to do now is jump over to my main account. Yeah, the main account. I'm going to dust it off and log into it for you. I've not been in it for weeks properly. I've been in it, but not really playing it as much as I normally do. Because I've been trapping for you guys, which is so much fun. Okay, so what I'm going to do is jump over to my main account and I'm going to go through some more troop compositions with you and tell you exactly what you need to do to maybe win this every time you do it. Okay, let's go. Okay guys, so we're on my main account. Now one other thing you do need to remember is don't actually try and use one of these max army size boosts, because they won't do you any good. Like it says in red there, no effect in Guild Showdown, so it's no good trying to use one of those, okay? The only thing that you can use to kind of boost the size of your march is to either increase your castle level to say C25 ideally, or to use heroes that are ranked 8, because each hero has a command level with it. I'm sure you know about this. If you don't, you click on a hero, look at the bottom, it says command. Now this is a rank 8 hero, so it's going to add 10,000. Now what that means is when this hero goes into my march, it gives me 10,000 extra space to put more troops. And if I've got 5 heroes at rank 8, then that's going to be 50,000 of course. So that's how you get the extra march sizes. As you can see, if I was to use a lower ranked hero, so I've got Petite Devil here at rank 7, you can see hers is only 6,000. So it does make a difference. So use heroes that have got the best rank for you. Do your hero chapters, guys, and get your heroes leveled up. It's so important. So many people forget to do their hero chapters and, you know, sweep for those pieces of equipment they need to get their rank up. They're too focused on the colour grade of the hero. Rank is also just as important. Okay, so the other thing you need to look at is hero skill points. Now, like I said to you before, a single troop march is the way to go. That's how you would go with doing this if you can. And you set the points up differently. Like when I've done a mixed troop, I had range, cavalry and offense 3 all maxed out. You wouldn't do that on a single troop march. So if you're doing that, you need to have squad offense 1 maxed out, go all the way to the bottom, max out your squad health 2, and if you're going to do, for example, ranged, you're doing the range march, you'll do range offense 3, you will do range offense 2, squad health 1, ranged offense 1, and then you'd probably go down and probably put the rest in defense. If you haven't got enough troops to do a single troop march, and you want to put a few extra other troops in, like some cav or something, just to max the march size out, then instead of putting it in defense, you could probably put those extra points into cavalry offense 3. Now I'm talking about single troop marches. Now the reason why I'm talking about that is because ideally that's the way you want to go with Guild Showdown, and I'm going to explain exactly why right now. When you have the list of players that are registered on your Guild Showdown, you'll see it starts off with the lower mites and it goes up to the higher mites. Now that basically means that the first people to fight are going to be your lower end mite players, and it goes in order depending on the mite level. All right. Now, what you want to do is you want to speak to all your guild that are going to be registering. Find out who is going to be the top 50 or top 55 or top 60, depending on what Guild Showdown level you're in, okay? And you want to make them put single troop marches and randomize which ones they're going to have. So don't have the same one in succession is what I'm saying. For example, Small Fries, go full infantry. Nazgul Rider 2, go full range. Critty, go full cav. You know, and repeat, inf range cav, inf range cav. And then we've got a little song going, inf range cav. You know, that's what you want to do. Just remember that. Just keep going through that all the way through your whole team. And why do that, guys? Why do that? Well, basically, if you had your team, you know, all set up with 5 infantry marches at the start, and the first person on their team's got a full cavalry march, they're going to get annihilated, and then that's 5 players straight out the game. If you've got rotation going on, so inf, then ranged, then cav, inf, then ranged, then cav, then basically, if a cav guy comes out and takes out your infantry guy, then he's going to get immediately countered by the range. That's the next person in line. And hopefully they continue to smack any other cavalry or range marches that come at them. But if an infantry march comes at them and beats them, what's waiting for them after? Cavalry. So you're constantly countering the person that's just beat your player. It's a very good way of doing it, very clever. It takes a bit of organisation to do. And if people don't listen, or they don't apply, or they say they're going to put troops in and they don't, then they don't belong in your guild. You need to work together as a team to be able to pull this off. But if you do it, guarantee you're going to have the best Guild Showdown results ever. And if you do this already, let me know in the comments. And if you haven't done it and you try it out this guild for this Guild Showdown coming, let me know how you get on. That'd be really cool. Okay, the last thing to talk to you about is hero choices, what heroes to choose, and how to go about setting up your compositions. So let's go in here and have a look. Now, even I can't do a full infantry march with my T4. I mean, I just can't do it because I'm always fighting and killing my troops off. But I'm going to explain it to you very quickly. So, hero choices. If you're doing a full 1 troop type march, do not send 5 heroes of the same troop type, guys. Just don't do it. It's bad. You only have 4 squads. You know, the other hero is just going to sit at the back twiddling his fingers. So, just to give you an example, if I was sending a full range march in Guild Showdown, I would go with something like this. Bombing Goblin, Tracker, go a bit further down, I've got Snow Queen or Elsa, you know, let it go, and we got the Songstress of the Sea. Now they're my 4 range heroes. I haven't chosen Black Crow because Black Crow hasn't got no range attack. So there's my 4 range heroes I'm using. Now I could have put Black Crow in, but if I do, she's just going to sit at the back and do nothing. So what am I going to do instead? Well, I'm going to put someone like Rose Knight in, because Rose Knight's an army hero, so not only is she going to, you know, boost cav like the hero she is, she's also going to give my range a boost, so that's good for a start. But I also want to get some attacks out of her. I want her to do some damage to that opposition. So what am I going to do now? Well, quite simply, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send my full range march, which is beautiful, thank you very much. Now, at this point, I'm going to send some cav. Now, that's how I would do it because I've not got enough. But, if you had enough range to do the full range march, what you would do, guys, is fill your range up and leave a space for, like, I don't know, 1,000 troops. There you go. And put Rose Knight in that little squad of 1,000. Now, don't sit there putting buffer troops at the front, like 1 troop, like infantry, 1 troop cav, and putting range at the back. Don't forget, guys, we're not actually fighting against a wall. You haven't got to buffer your troops to avoid wall traps or anything like that. You know, all that's going to do is affect your morale. Just go straight in, range phalanx, range at the front, put your cavalry behind with Rose Knight in it, just a small amount, like 1,000. And the troops that are coming at you are not even going to touch Rose Knight. They're going to be completely focused on that front line, which means Rose Knight's going to be free to just sit there and just keep proccing all over them. You know, it's just going to be really good. You're going to get a really good result out of it. That's how you want to go doing it. And the same, you know, applies to if you're doing full infantry or full cav. 4 infantry heroes or 4 cav heroes, and then pick an army hero like Bombing Goblin, Rose Knight, or if you're lucky enough to have something like Songstress of the Sea leveled up quite well, or Berserker or Lore Weaver. You get the picture, guys. That's how you set up your troops. Okay, now if you follow these rules, if you follow these kind of like this guide with what to apply, what to put on, what to boost, and how to kind of set up your troops, because that's what it comes down to. Everybody can be boosted, but if you guys haven't set your troops up right to work together as a team, okay, that's when you fail. Okay, and that could be the difference between 2 big guilds fighting each other. If someone's just not set their troops up right, you know, that could be their loss. So guys, if you're in big guilds, try this out. Rotate the troops. Inf range cav. Inf range cav. Go to sleep dreaming about inf range cav. And see how you get on. Let me know in the comments. That'd be great. Anyway, I hope you found this guide helpful. I hope it was educational. I hope it was an experience. And as always, stay safe guys and peace out.